And welcome, one and all, to Manchester Stadium here tonight for the hosts, England, fighting their rivals, Ireland. I'm AMAC in the box, and joining me tonight is Liam Ryan. How are things tonight, Liam?
Yeah, hey Mac, it's a pleasure to be here tonight. It's an absolute blockbuster here at Manchester Stadium for these two local clubs. Obviously, Luke Driscoll leading out this English side. They'll have huge aspirations. Obviously, a slim chance of them making it through to the next round in this competition, but they'll be hoping for a huge win here today. And for Ireland, it's playing for pride, but they'll certainly turn up still.
Yeah, Pool B has ended up being something of a bit of a death pool for every other team if you're not a Kiwi at the moment. They're mathematically England, there's still a chance, but they're going to need a massive flogging here of Ireland tonight and hoping that it goes their way with Wales and New Zealand tomorrow night. As England have first touch of the ball. Wells coming across the Borson's back on the inside to Beckman, and Beckman a good first run. Looking down the list tonight, England is much the same, and after a good win against Wales last week, Liam, there's no reason they should have changed it at all.
Yeah, definitely. They had a close win against Wales, and yeah, there's as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Ireland, well, coughed up a bit of a ball there to Ireland, so Ireland on the tack already early in this half. Ireland coming off a bit of a flogging last week against the New Zealand Kiwis. A bit unfortunate for Ireland, but their team list, there's only been one big change at the moment, Liam.
Yeah, I think Ireland, they've got some good players on their team. Obviously the likes of Christian McKay. They've got some solid SRL talent, but they're just lacking a bit of a polish, I think, in that spine. And yeah, they don't have that many options either, so it's hard to say many changes.
As we get our first attacking kick, and my Ava takes that well, but gets pushed back out to the 10. So it's a good start to the game so far for at least Ireland. England probably hoping to clean up some of their messes as Engo gets up to the 20. Slow play the ball there, blindside raid for Driscoll. Driscoll coming up to the 30. Third tackle. And you were saying just then, Liam, that, oh, don't know how that wasn't called a knock on, but England somehow come out with it, and we got a bit of a 40-20 attempt here. I say attempt, Liam, but it's not much of an attempt at all.
No, absolutely. It's a bit of a shank of a kick from England there. I believe it was Bonsoft with the kick. He'll have to work on improving that kick and trying to get it a bit deeper off his boot.
As Wilmot plays the ball, Callahan, a long ball out to Riff, who dukes around one but is pulled up with some excellent English defence. Harris, good ball to Shackelford. Shackelford pushing forward, won't make the line, and in fact is held up fifth tackle. Here we go. Harris decides to just take it and run. That's a very interesting call there from Harris, and probably not how the Irish wanted to end that one.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a story of the game so far. Fifth tackle options for both sides haven't been the greatest here, and yeah, they absolutely want to work on their kicking games because that's ultimately what might decide this game.
And another excellent run there from Hitchens. We've had two back-to-back breaking of the lines, first with Mobison and then with Hitchens, as Weston works his way up over the 40. Slow play the ball there, coming wide. Mobiston tries to break through the line again that time and is pushed back handily there by the Irish. Blindside, Weston, good ball to Crutcher. Crusher sitting here in the second row, gets up to the 20, plays the ball, and England have a chance for an attacking kick, their first of the night. And Weston does just that. Oh, but O'Donnell takes it and makes his way off up the field and gets at least to the 20. A bit touch and go for the English so far tonight, but it looks like they're working into their game, Liam.
Yeah, they're certainly they had a bit of a poor start, but yeah, now I think their forwards are getting going, and Chris Weston specifically, he's wanting to get his kicking game a little bit better from that earlier attempt.
Freeburn streaks off down the sideline. Oh, flirting with the touch side there, but is kept in, thankfully, there for the Wolfhounds. Long speculator out by Corcoran, who somehow gets it to Shackelford, but it's all in vain. No, no, a bit of a dog's breakfast there, and the Irish, they've come back up with the ball here, Liam.
Yeah, they've got a massive opportunity here, Amac. They could really put a dent into England's confidence here and be the first to score and put a bit of early pressure on.
As Wilmot plays the ball straight in front of the dot. Shackelford, oh, read well there by the English. Third tackle, just about to hit 10 minutes. Wilson trying to barge over. He's held out. Fourth tackle. Plays the ball, comes across to McKay. McKay tries his best, but he's pushed back by some English defence. This has been phenomenal defence here on their line. The English, can they hold out? But no, yes, they can. And again, the Irish have come knocking, and the English have turned them away.
Yeah, brilliant defense there from the English Lions. They really did a good job to hold them out, and that's what they're going to have to keep doing if they keep making these errors. So it's critical that they get through their sets right now and just put a bit of pressure on this Irish side. So what they're looking to
As,
do.
as the English, they're already up to the 40 on their third tackle. No Shank 40-20 coming just yet. Mobiston has been the best forward out there on the field tonight for the English. Gets up to the 50, fourth tackle. Coming wide. Crutcher breaks through the line. He's over the 20, gets over the 20, puts them in an excellent kicking position here. And the English, if Borsons can put it up on a dime, but there's just no one chasing, and a bit of a missed opportunity there for the English.
Yeah, wasn't a great kick from Borsons on the last, but yeah, there wasn't really a kick chase either. So, yeah, both aspects of their game is really what's hurting them on these last tackle options. And English, they'll want to improve on that to be able to be clinical and get their points at the end of the set, or at least get a repeat set.
Already over the 50. Oh, lovely offload there to Namina. Namina gets to the 40 with third tackle in this 7 tackle set, and this is looking dangerous here again for the Lions as Shackelford pushes up to the 30. Blindside. Back on the inside to O'Donnell. O'Donnell sneaks through the line. Can't break through that last line of defence there. But 15 minutes out, here we come with another Irish kick as Callaghan boots it laterally. And Chapman comes down with it. They didn't get the result, but I don't think the Irish will be too sad with how that set turned out, Liam.
Yeah, I don't think they will be. I think that they just got to keep pounding on this pressure, and I think eventually England will crack because this much defensive pressure, it's hard to hold a side out with this many tackles inside their 20. I think they'll eventually crack if they can continue this attacking pressure.
As N goes, brought down just shy of the 30, and it's only fourth tackle. Wells to Borsons, long ball across to Beckman, and Beckman gets just shy of the 40. A really good defensive set there from the Irish, and the English, they're going to have to hope that Chris Weston's boot is enough to get them off down the field. But here comes O'Donnell. No, O'Donnell cannot get through. That was some good kick chase there from the English.
Yeah, it was better from England there. They really needed that to start off the set, because we know these Ireland outside backs is really where they're dangerous and can be able to break this game open for them.
And the Irish, they're going to be wanting to score very, very shortly because their forwards, they're coming off in about 3 minutes and they're going to be replaced with Evans and Beats. Now, Beats, he is an absolute monster coming off on the field. However, they're going to be coming up against the likes of McEnroe and Walsh. So a bit of a challenge coming up for the Irish. And if they can score here or score fairly soon, it might be danger signs here for the English, but that kick chase is not going to help them at all.
No, absolutely not. That was pretty poor from Ireland there, but they did well to tackle White, make sure he doesn't get around the fullback, and otherwise he was probably gone.
Speaking of, Mobison breaking through the line once again. Can't get the offload off, but he's on the 50. Third tackle, 2 minutes left until we have some interchanges. Western holds the ball instead of throwing a speculator. Pushed back, they lose meters that time. Fourth tackle, coming wide. Driscoll taking a settler, gets to the 40. Not making too many more meters up the field, but the English looking a bit shell shocked out there. I don't think they were expecting. Oh, oh. Speak of the devil, here goes Freeburn, and he's met on the 40. As I was saying, Liam, I don't think the English turned up tonight expecting the Irish to play the way they are so far.
Yeah, as I said at the start of the game, I think that the Irish have a lot of pride, and they're absolutely not going to let English just absolutely roll over them, because this is a huge rivalry and they always play for this. So no matter what is on the cards for post this round, it's always something in it for the Irish.
As they play the ball, fourth tackle. Corcoran does a little bit of a shimmy out of dummy half and gets up to about 15 metres out. We see some props running in and running off. Here goes Callahan. He puts it high. The kick chase really isn't there. In fact, an Irish person runs straight past the ball. Thankfully, there's a bit of a back line there to stop Chapman running off up the field there, Liam.
Yeah, so they absolutely needed that, because if they didn't have anyone chasing there, I think that Chapman might have ran the full field and been the first try of the game.
As Crutcher plays the ball, third tackle, just shy of the 50. Beckman, lovely line break coming in here. First real impact Beckman's had tonight in lock, and a great run there from England. Coming down the blind, Borson's good ball to Driscoll, and Driscoll gets 25 metres out. Might not be time here for an attacking kick, but this is Borson's, and he boots it off down the field to Freeburn. Here he goes. Nope, the kick chase is on point, and the English now have to put up some decent defence. Now, I'm looking at, speak of Devil, McKay coming up, getting over the 40. I'm looking at these two teams and looking at the arm wrestle we've got so far, Liam. Which team is more likely to crack under this pressure, and which team is more likely to enjoy this type of football?
Well, I think that when you look at the Irish side, they've got some really decent forwards. Like, I think they've got a sleeper forward pack. They've got the likes of McKay, Wilmot. Their starting props are pretty good as well from memory. In the likes of Wilson, Bailey Wilson. They've got the arm wrestle in it. I think that they can put it up to England, but ultimately, I think that England just have that more experienced forwards, and they might enjoy this arm wrestle a little bit more. But that's not what we're saying at the moment. I think the Irish are really able to hold it to them.
Yeah, in fact, it's the English backs that are proving more of a problem here for the Irish, as Driscoll gets up over the 40. A great start to this set early on with Chapman breaking off down the field. Beckman breaking through, nose over the 30, fourth tackle. They need another good run here to put up another good kick. As Driscoll, that gap closes really quickly, and they hold Driscoll back to about 25, 26 metres. Wells shoots it back to Borsons, and Borsons kicks it back down to Freeburn. They're really targeting that wing tonight, and I'm sure that they want to make sure Freeburn is tired, because when he was running rampant over at Manly, he was a dangerous man there, Liam.
Yeah, Freeburn, absolute. Oh, big shot there from the English side. Was that Beckman maybe? Absolutely huge shot. But yeah, back to Freeburn. He's absolutely hugely dangerous in for Manly, and yeah, once he gets away from those defenders on the inside, he's gone, and yeah, you don't want that.
Speak of the devil, Freeburn breaking up down the sideline, gets his team up over the 20. The Irish Wolfhounds are ready to pounce. Slow play the ball, shoots it back to Wilmot. Wilmot taking the kick. There's no one in place. O'Donnell grabs it and somehow is kept out. That was one hell of a missed opportunity there by the Irish.
Yeah, there was no one chasing that kick for England. I'm not sure who was meant to be under that high bomb, but yes, really missed an opportunity there, because that could have been their first try.
as we're about to hit 28 minutes and we are still donut oh donut as Walsh tries to break through the line and brought just shy of the 30. Wells to Borsons, back on the inside to Beckman, trying to break up through the middle, but they are not getting past Beats just there. Borsons, 40-20 attempt. Good kick off the boot. Oh, the bounce just isn't there for him, but not a bad set there from the English.
Yeah, it was a pretty good set from the English. I think that this is where it's important though. They've got to be able to hold out Ireland here and be able to withhold them from a line break in these early parts of the set because that's where it's costing them. I think that if they're able to get a good defensive set, we might be able to see England break through and unlock this game.
Namanard brought down just shy of the 50. Evans bumps off one and he's up just shy of the 30. A solid return here from the Irish, but the English, they are able to keep them further out than they normally have. As Callahan boots it down, and here comes My. Whoop. Gets around one, but can't get around the second. 30 metres out. 10 minutes left in the half. What needs to happen to break these teams open, Liam?
Well, for England, I think that they just need to throw the ball around a little bit more. I think they need to try and get it to their outside backs because this forwards game really hasn't helped them, I don't think. And I think for Ireland, um, yeah, I think that they need to try and get the ball out to Freeburn and maybe try and get O'Donnell some early ball out at fullback, because I think that's where they're strongest. Both sides really could use their outside backs a little bit more.
And that is definitely going to help the English. Freaky McKay, I think, got his head in the way, and we've got the refs have somehow called that as played at. So first tackle, 20 meters. The English, they need to capitalize on this, Liam.
Yeah, the English, they're really their first opportunity, I think, at least to my memory. And yeah, they really want to capitalize here because this is a huge game for their pool, the outlook of their pool.
Oh, and Western was really close just then. Somehow kept out by the whisker of an inch. Borson's playing the ball. Good ball out to Driscoll. Driscoll pushes and pushes onto their back. But they've still got a tackle left, so they're pulling it back. 10 meters. Where do they go? Is it Borson's kicking? Yes. Boots it high. It's going a bit deep. Driscoll comes down with it, but Driscoll can't put it down. My God, that was close there, but the Wolfhounds, they survive a set.
Oh my God, what defense this is from the Wolfhounds. They are absolutely, they've been huge tonight. Credit to them because I didn't think they'd show up in the way they have tonight. Neither did England, but yeah, they've defensively and attackingly, they've been able to withhold the pressure from England and really take it to them.
And I can't remember the last time, Liam, I saw a nil-all score at halftime in the SRL. So this is, we might not be seeing any points yet, but this is one hell of a game so far.
Yeah, 100%. It's been absolutely huge in the forwards. I think the both sides just matching up to each other, and yeah, it's been a really quality game. I think, despite the no points.
Harris boots it down to Chapman, the danger man for the English, and there he goes off down the field. He gets around one, but thankfully Freeburn tackling there is able to stop him. Not Freeburn, that was O'Donnell, my mistake, as Weston throws it out to Borsons. As Borsons, we're up over the 50. Here come the English again. Second tackle. Blindside. Oh, somehow the English come up with that. Again, the refs whistle in the pocket. They want to see some points, but they want to see those points soon because we've got 4 minutes left until the halftime break. Wells to Borsons. Borsons, Walsh. Walsh is pushed back handily. 15 metres out. Fifth tackle. Pass it back to Borsons. He has been great with the boot tonight. There we go. Up high, bit deeper. No one's underneath it. Oh. Oh, oh, that's I don't know what to say about that one, Liam.
Oh God, just Boston's. Ireland didn't want to contest that for whatever reason with O'Donnell, and he let it bounce, and it's dangerous. But Boston's picked it up and just ran over the dead ball. I'm not sure what he was doing. He just didn't stop.
And well, 3 minutes left. The English, they're probably going to have one more chance if they can keep the Irish out. But we're on the 50-metre line, and we're only on our second tackle as Beats pushes up to the 40. Third tackle. Slow play the ball there from Beats as McKay sees a hole and goes straight through it. Fourth tackle, 20 metres out. Is this what the Irish need? Callahan, good ball to Namina. They get to the 10. Here we go. Is it going to be Harris's boot again, or are they off to Callahan? They're setting up out the back there. Here we go. Harris does something with the ball, playing soccer there for a little bit, and shank it was probably their best option all night so far, Liam.
Yeah, that was a bit of a missed opportunity there from Blake Harris. Just wasn't clinical with that boot. If he had got that grubber in, I reckon it was definitely on for the try down that short side with the centre. But yeah, Ireland, they've sustained pressure all night and they just haven't got points for it.
Just over the fourth. Here we go. 40-20. Here comes Borsons. Borsons boots the ball and just tries to bury it down the guts and can't really get it there. So that'll be it for the first half with the English. The Irish, they've still got about 50 seconds. 40 seconds, I should say. And they are throwing the ball around. They want to end this first half with some points. But they've got 20 seconds to do it. As Harris, lovely ball and breaks through the line. Can't get around our man out the back. But they are up to 10. Third tackle. Play the ball. Here we go. Blindside. Is this it? Freeburn can't get there.
Oh, has he got there?
He's got there. Oh, we're sending up to the bunker. We might have our first points after the siren's gone.
Looks like he's got there, eh, mate?
Oh, and here we go. We are not going to have a 0-0 at half-time. There we go. The Irish are the first to pounce, and we will go into the halftime break, possibly 6-0 Ireland's way.
Yeah, that was brilliant from Ireland. They recognised the need to go in with some points because of their dominance in this first half. I think they've been the well better side, and yeah, they deserve that. It was a great ball out to Freeburn, and he stepped one and yeah, got on the inside, and they'll go up 4-0 even with the misconversion.
And we'll see you after the break. And welcome back to the second half of what has been an absolutely electric game so far tonight. The score is 4-0 with the Irish only scoring in the dying minutes of that first half. The English are kicking off again, and I am reminding everyone I have Liam in the box with me. And Liam, is there anything you want to run us through after those halftime stats?
Yeah, absolutely, AMAC. I've been in the sheds and I saw some great stats from, particularly in the English side. I saw Jackson Chapman absolutely light it up as we saw in the first half, 122 meters, and I think he had a fair few line breaks in there as well. And I wanted to highlight for the Irish though, Freaky McKay. He was superb in the first half, had 114 meters, and he had the three line breaks off 10 runs. So absolutely brilliant effort. And he was the one that set up the try. So yeah, lots to come though in the second half.
Yeah, it's been a pretty exciting game so far, as long as you don't mind very few points being scored. Both teams, defensively, have been absolutely on fire tonight. I do want to mention, however, now that the English have the ball, Borsons, half-time, has done 9 kicks for 240 kicking meters. Now, that is almost unheard of for a half, and might be in line to break that record if you can double that, Liam.
Yeah, so we had a look at the record at half time, obviously, and it's Damian Moana who's got the record currently with 437 meters, and with a slight bit of mass, and he's 240 kick meters. If you double that, he's on pace for 480 kick meters, so that would break the record.
And there he does with a cheeky little kick down the field. And here comes Kobe. He's off. He's over the 40 and he's over the 30. This is it. The Irish are hitting back early in the second half, and that is well done there from Kobe Kelly.
Yeah, what a run from Kobe Kelly. That's absolutely brilliant. That's really the first time they've kicked down his wing all night, and yeah, he capitalizes on the kick return and yeah, he makes England absolutely pay for that one, and yeah, they're continuing to dominate this game.
Yeah, it's no surprise they haven't kicked to him yet. He had 2 runs in the first half, and both of those runs ended with a line break. So he's not having to do any tackling so far. That's the first time they really attacked down his wing, and he was just like a bull at a gate there, straight off down the line, and we are already 10-0. Not looking good here for the English.
No, absolutely. They're going to need a solution quickly because yeah, they just haven't been able to penetrate this Irish side, and yeah, I think that they're going to need to look for something different early on this second half to be able to break this Irish side open.
As Wells kicks off once more, straight down the guts, aiming straight for those goalposts. Wilson coming back. Wilson, he had a solid first half as starting prop, and it's no surprise they brought him back on at the second half to continue that dominance. And as you've been saying all night so far, Liam, these Irish forwards, they have definitely turned up for this battle.
Yeah, I think the work of these Irish forwards has been insane, and they've the likes of McKay, Wilson, Wilmot, they've just been tremendous for them, and it's why they're in this fight and why they've been able to get this lead.
As Driscoll back on the inside to Callahan, gets over the halfway, can't quite get to the 40. So a good defensive set here for the English. They need to win back some of this field position. And speak of the devil, here comes Chapman. Gets around one, and he's almost off down the field if it wasn't for that ankle tap. Oh, and
Oh,
Crutcher wears
what a
one.
big shot.
Oh, no, the Irish, they've definitely turned on up. I don't know what the captain said in the halftime break, but it's brought them back alive, and we are in for one hell of a, well, what are we? 35 minutes left, Liam.
Yeah, we're in for a hell of a second half here from the Irish. I think that they've got the real spark here, and yeah, if they could keep going on with this, it's going to be a huge win for them.
As Bontoff boots it across back to Kobe Kelly. Probably not a good move considering what he's done so far. Oh, he almost gets around the fullback, but he's brought down just on the 30. The Irish, they look like a completely different team from the first half.
Oh, absolutely. They've been absolutely tremendous here, and yeah, they're Nathan O'Donnell at half time. I think he's read them up and really urged them to continue on with this pressure, and they'll reap the rewards, and they certainly have early on.
As Freaky gets just shy of the 30, fourth tackle. Coming down the blind. Harris to Wilson. Wilson takes it up over the 30. Probably not going to be putting a kick in, but have done well after this set. Harris boots it across. Missing Chapman this time. Here comes My. Oh, just through a hole. That was a bit too easy there, and the English, they might not be out of it yet, Liam.
Yeah, I think that these, as I said in the first half, the outside backs for England's really where they've got dangerous. Oh, and there's an intercept. Really, what the English did not need.
No, but something that the Wolfhounds, they can smell blood. As Wilson, forwards linking up, McKay over the 20, second tackle. They've got an entire set here to work within the attacking zone here. Callahan, just shy of the 10. Oh, the English, while the Irish have come out firing, the English, they must have thought that the first half was over and they didn't really have to turn up for the second half.
Yeah, they went to sleep, AMAC. I think that they had a little nap at half time, and they're yet to come out.
As McKay, second tackle within the 10. They can go either way, but they choose to go down the blind with Wilson pushing forward. Oh, brought down inches from the line yet again. Oh, and there was just a... I could have parked my car in the gap between those two defenders, and Riff is over.
Oh, that was a massive hole that Riff was able to run into, and yeah, it was terrific work to put himself in that hole, and yeah, he didn't even need to do much other than dive over and plant that ball down.
Well, it took us 40 minutes of the first half to get the first points of the game, and it's only been 10 minutes, and the Irish are running away with it. Uh, the English, they need to pull themselves aside because if they let this happen, well, Let's just say it's not something you want to do in front of your hometown crowd here, Liam.
Yeah, I think this has been a bit of an embarrassment for the English so far in the second half. And yeah, the fans, they might be getting ready to call it quits and go for a little early mark and try and beat the traffic home. But yeah, they're going to really have to tighten this one up and really get their defense cracking to be able to fight back against this Irish side.
As again, Wells boots it down, tries to boot it a bit further this time, but here comes Wilson once again. Good run off the back, and he's up to his 20. First tackle. Going wide, Harris turning back into Daly, and Daly, first touch of the night, off the bench, second tackle. Coming across, Harris. Good ball to O'Donnell, who dances around one but can't get around a second, planting it there in the middle of the tram tracks. Harris again, Wilmot. They get to the 40. This might be a good chance for a 40-20 kick. Really turn the screws here to the English as Harris, well, he definitely kicks it better than he probably had any right to. And somehow Kobe Kelly comes up with it. I don't think I've ever seen a play like that, Liam.
Yeah, the only play I've ever seen come close to that is I think season three maybe. I think it was Rabbitohs Cowboys, season three or season four, and the Cowboys. I think Damian Moana kicked it to the corner, and yeah, the Cowboys got it back. So it doesn't happen often in the SRL, but yeah, it happens occasionally.
As Bontoff. Oh, risky ball out to White, and White gets up to the 40. Is that the first time White's touched it tonight? I've not seen White running the ball very much tonight, Liam.
Aaron White, or is there another White? I feel like I might be getting some
Oh no,
because
he's touched the ball, but yeah, he's touched the ball a couple of times, I think. But that's really the first time I've seen him make any real meters up the field.
yeah, well, Aaron White, I think he's catched it a couple of times at the fullback position. He's just not been able to get past that first line of defense, really. Not able to penetrate, but I don't think they've gotten him enough of the ball, as we've said. The outside backs for England haven't been able to go to work as much as they probably would like to.
As Wilson, again, these forwards are tireless. Up over the 30. Third tackle. Coming wide. Wilmot pounds off one, gets up over the 50. Running rampant here. Fourth tackle. We're in the English half. Very slow play of the ball. The refs keep the whistle in the pocket as Wilson back on the inside to Harris. Harris will take him out of the kicking position. You're going to have to rely on Callahan here. Harris plays the ball slowly back to Wilmot, actually, keeping it away from Callahan, kicking it down to Chapman, who gets around one, and Chapman is off. I'm not even going to talk anymore because there is nothing but light between him and the line, and the English hit back 57 minutes into the game.
Yeah, that was definitely coming for Jackson Chapman. He's been there all game. He's really made an impact for England. Really, the only one that's really continued to try. And yeah, whenever he gets the ball, you feel like he's about to do something. And yeah, he's broke this game open. Maybe the comeback's on. It's comeback
Well,
season.
yeah, bearing some sort of awful cacophony here, and it's going to be 10 points difference, and in 23 minutes left in the game, 10 points is very achievable, Liam.
Yeah, 100%. I've definitely seen crazier things happen in the SRL. 10 points in 20 minutes is extremely doable. If England can start to turn it on, I think it's danger for Ireland. They're going to want to tighten this defence up a little bit and really go back to what they were going to before that try.
As Callahan shapes to kick off for only the second time tonight, he's not had much of a chance with his boot, and this is going to be hopefully giving us a bit more of a chance to get Borson's some kicking practice as Ngo. Oh, he's met with some hefty defence there and pushed back almost to his 10. We got about 2 minutes left until we get some interchanges here, and then 20 minutes in the game. Looking at the, oh, speaking of, there goes White. Oh no, that's a horror injury there for Aaron White.
Oh,
Well, that is
you could
not
see his
what you want to
shoulder.
see.
You could see his shoulder come out, and yeah, it was certainly not in the right place. The trainer was going to have to assist him with that one, and he won't take any part in the rest of this one.
No, and I didn't see who ran on to take his place, but an absolute shambles for the interchange for the English. They're going to be hoping that they can do something because, well, speak of the devil, there goes Kobe, and I'm just tearing away. No one is able to keep up with him. That might just be game with Aaron White sitting on the bench for the rest of the game here, Liam.
Yeah, it's an absolute detriment to them for with Aaron White going off. It's really going to allow for guys like Kobe Kelly to be able to explode. And who is it? Is it Kieran Wells that was running back at fullback? If I'm not mistaken there.
I'm not 100% sure. I saw Wellesley trying to chase him down, but if a forward's come on to sit in that fullback position, there's no surprise Wellesley was the only one being able to chase him down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was Wells, but yeah, it's going to be a huge challenge because I think it was a forward that would have came on for him, and yeah, they're going to really the outside backs for England. They're really going to have to play a huge part in this defense. They cannot let either of these wingers their assignments get past them because if they do, it's almost lights out and see you later under the post.
And 61 minutes in, we have got a little bit more space between the two teams now. And having said that, it's still early days. There's still a chance here for English to come back as Shackelford takes it off the back fence and gets out to the 15. First tackle. We'll come back to you with who filled in as fullback in a second. 20 metres out. Second tackle. The Irish having a bit more trouble coming up here. The English, they are somehow finding their second wind as McKay gets over the 30. They're going to possibly get to the 40, and we're going to have time for a 40-20 here. If they can shank it here, I think the English will be hoping for a bit more field position and a bit more of a hit back. As Wilmot just boots the ball. A lovely kick. It's got the length. It's got there. Wilmot take a bow.
Yeah, brilliant kick from Ryan Wilmot at lock. He's doing tremendous with that boot, and yeah, it's a lovely kick from the. He's usually a front rower, so it's absolutely huge craft from him.
And there goes Freeburn over for his second of the night. And I am basically saying that is game. The only question left now is how many points can the Irish pour on?
Yeah, it's pretty much game over here. I might have heard a fat lady sing just then in my ear. So yeah, I think that's huge from Shannon Freeburn, though. What a performance he's had tonight. He's been tremendous for the Irish and a huge part in the first half to really build on the effort and really able to change this one. And yeah, the Irish have reaped the rewards in this second half.
And an absolutely beautiful kick there from Callahan. 28 points to 6. We've got, oh, if my maths serves me not incorrectly, we've got 16 minutes left in the game. If the Irish can score a point a minute, this is going to get very, very ugly.
Oh, this that wouldn't be good if they can for England if they get absolutely blown out in front of their home crowd here. Expecting a win to try and mount the pressure on to try and get out of this group and getting beat by a considerable margin would not be good for the home fans' spirit.
No, they're having said that, the English they will probably unless it gets really really ugly, they're still going to finish ahead of the Irish in their pool, which means that we'll be looking forward to the New Zealand Wales match to figure out who goes through to the finals.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup there, but yeah, hopefully for England's sake they do still finish above Ireland, but Ireland they've got a lot to play for here and to try and finish ahead of their huge rivals.
Oh, and that'll definitely help the English there. Borson's taking a bit of a kick straight to the face, somehow holds on to it and giving them some good field position. And there goes another one. Beckman's off the field now. What are they doing out there? Has someone laced some sort of issue with the field? Because that is two English down. I've never seen two injuries in one match, Liam.
No, it's very rare to see this many injuries in the SRL. Just the high fitness levels in the SRL, you rarely see injuries at all. So particularly in one match, like it's unheard of, and yeah, it's not good for the English there because now they've got another hole to plug, and yeah, we're gonna see Ireland go on the attack here.
It's Corcoran. Fourth tackle, just shy of the try line. Harris, ooh, loopy ball out to Namana. Somehow he's pushed back, fifth tackle. The Wolfhounds, again, ready to play the ball. There's an Englishman stuck in the ruck. That was way too easy. A lovely kick for Corcoran. And the pain, it's just being piled on here for the English.
Yeah, that was a lovely kick. I couldn't tell if it was Blake Harris or yeah, it was Blake Harris in the ruck. It was a lovely kick for Corcoran. He just ran onto it. It was an open gap there. They constructed that to perfection there. And yeah, they get another try.
Oh, and I think I caught the fullback's number there. No surprise that the English are having a bit of a problem because, and here we go, this is the Englishman. That is a Lucy Driscoll sitting out the back as fullback. So this is Lucy Driscoll's debut fullback game. Definitely not how they would have wanted their debut fullback position to go, Liam.
Yeah, Lucy, it's tough for Lucy. Obviously, I think an 85 speed player out the back, it's always tough. It's even tough if you chuck a rookie fullback out there with 99 speed. So it's not surprising to see the Irish doing so much with Lucy out the back there because there's not much defense there coming from her, unfortunately.
Oh, risky ball out to Corcoran. 34-6 is the score. 11 minutes left in the game. And the Irish, they are having a blast as McKay. Oh, they lose about 10 metres with that one, but I don't think they're going to worry too much about that as Harris plays the ball. Riff back on the inside to Wilson, screaming up the guts. Third tackle. They might be wanting to give it to Wilmot if they can get to the 40-20 again. Harris out to O'Donnell. Can't dance through the line, but they do get in chance for a kick here. They're going to hold the ball though. Callahan running a little bit of an interesting settling run, and not called knock on, making something out of something here as Wilson gets up to the 30. The Irish, they're getting a little bit too excited out there, and the English are suffering for it.
Yeah, there was a better tackle from Lucy Driscoll at least, though. Made a great tackle on Bailey Wilson out there to halt the set and get a hand over there.
As Chapman, the Flying Dolphin, works his way up the sideline but can't get all the way there. Driscoll, buried there on the 50, second tackle. We're in our final 10 here. Crutcher to Buckley. Buckley's pushed back. Not going anywhere, these Irish. They are pushing for all they can. They want to bring the score massively down. It's Crutcher, just shy of the 30. Bontoff, short ball to McEnroe. McEnroe pushes up just over the 35. 25 metres out, fifth tackle. Give Borsons the ball. We need a bit of a record broken here for something for the English. As Freeburn, worst person they given it to, but somehow he's brought down just shy of the 30, and we're in our final 8 minutes here, Liam.
Yeah, it's close to the end of a. McKay's gone through again, and yeah, there might be another try coming. Unfortunately for England, what's the point differential needed for Ireland to finish ahead of England? Do you know, Emma?
The English came into this one at -8, and the Irish were at -60. Now, I'm the worst person you could have asked that one for, just as a second there. But I'm thinking we're getting pretty close to that. It's going to be a bit touch and go. If the Irish score again, I think they'll jump the English in their pool.
Yeah, right. So it's maybe 52 then. I'm not. I think we still need a few more tries, but yeah, it's there's certainly some motivation here for Ireland to keep going on with this one. Try and finish ahead of their rival.
As Driscoll takes it up to the 30 for their second. 6 minutes left. The English, they probably have another chance to score, but they need to score, and they need to score soon. And we've just had a little gremlin in the box telling us that for the Irish to leap over the English, the Irish need to win by 26. So definitely a possibility here, Liam.
Oh, so they're up 28. So they've already done it. And as long as they don't concede here, then they are uh, they should be ahead of the English to finish this pool.
So again, thank you to our little gremlin in the box, because if it comes to math, I am definitely the worst person you could probably ask anything here. As the Irish just over the 50, third tackle. We're in our final 5 minutes here as Freaky McKay pushes his way up to the 40. The Irish, they want to score another one. The English, they want to get one back. Freeburn does what he can with a bit of an offload. They almost get to the 20. Where is Harris? There he is, boots it high. It's not a bad kick, but Driscoll comes down with it and is not going anywhere. McKay forcing them back 5 meters out. This is going to be a hard slog if the English want to score.
Yeah, it's going to be hard if they can to get down the field here. But that was a class take from Lucy Driscoll. I thought that she would get outleaped by one of these class Irish players, and yeah, she did well under the high ball. Not something that's easy for a player that's not really trained to ever be a fullback.
Pumped off, good ball out to Borsons. Borsons takes himself out of that kicking option. So unfortunately, we might not see a record fall tonight, as hard as the English have tried. But the Irish, they've done an absolute phenomenal job here defensively. And here comes Kobe. Gets around two, can't get around another one. This will probably be the final set of the game for the Irish. And, well, you can almost forgive them for bobbling it up here and there, Liam.
Yeah, with the effort they've shown tonight, particularly in that first half, to really set them up for this game, yeah, you can't really fault them because they have been absolutely brilliant from the first minute of this game. They have shown up and really taken it to this Irish side. When you and I both included, thought that England would really handle this one quite convincingly.
Yep, I'm definitely eating crow because I did not expect this sort of deficit this game. So tip of the hat to the Irish and the English. They're going to have one play the ball, possibly two. No, definitely one, to scream off down the field as Weston. He's over the 40. He can't get around the fullback, and that will take us to the end of the game. A well-earned victory here for the Irish, and they will not leave this tournament winless.
Yeah, it was a brilliant performance here from the Irish. Really got down. The effort game was really what won it for them in that first half. Didn't score a lot of points, only got that try at the end of the first half, but yeah, absolutely deserved that win and yeah, come out well on top.
And well, very different stats from the first half. The first half, the completions and the possession were far more equal. The Irish coming out the back end of this with 62%. So that goes some way towards showing us what this deficit is. And again, looking at those tackles, no surprise why we had two injuries there for the English, Liam.
Yeah, definitely not because they just had so much defensive pressure in that second half, particularly so much sustained pressure from the Irish that really caused those injuries. And yeah, it's not crazy to expect those missed tackles either because yeah, with more defensive pressure, you're going to expect a higher missed tackle count. And yeah, with more ball, the line breaks, difference of 14. Yeah, with more ball, you're obviously going to be able to make those line breaks, and it's what was vital today for the Irish.
As we move into some English individual stats, no surprise with Chapman, 296 run meters from a winger. That is absolutely insane there, Liam.
Yeah, absolutely huge from Jackson Chapman there with 9 line breaks too. And as we look down to Mike Dawson's, unfortunately did not break that record with 369 kick meters. Nice. Um, yeah, he went close, but no cigar there. Still a brilliant day for him off the boot.
Yeah. For the rest of the English, Wells and Western, no surprise, making plus 100 meters. Luke Driscoll also, but looking back down, their forward pack tonight, they were just dominated and not really having the impact that the English would have wanted, Liam.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they just weren't able to muscle through in the way that they would have anticipated. Yeah, I think that Rowan Mobiston had a minimal impact to what you would have expected. I think Beckman too. He really didn't have any impact, to be honest, apart from 1 or 2 runs. Yeah, I think the English would have been expecting more out of him, and Luke Driscoll wasn't really able to get going off the back of that. Yeah, I think it was the story of the night for them.
Yep. So an unfortunate night for the English, but let's move over to the Irish and crown our champions of the game. Three players, all 200 meters, and none of them are the hooker. Kobe Kelly, 272. Christian McKay, Freaky McKay running for 237 meters. And Shannon Freeburn, 211. That is a phenomenal effort from the Wolfhounds there, Liam.
Yeah, both their outside backs, both the wingers, been able to get over 200 plus meters. It's really unheard of with the fullback not even being above 200. So, what an effort from Kobe Kelly and Shannon Freeburn, making a combined total of 13 line breaks. That is terrific from them and getting the 4 tries combined. So, yeah, that was really where the game was, I think, won in the second half through their wingers. And they certainly capitalised on Lucy Driscoll being at fullback once or twice as well. And McKay all night, I thought he was terrific. And yeah, Corcoran, I think he was solid. I think that Blake Harris, he had a really good game. Particularly his running game was really good in the second half. Set up that brilliant try to Corcoran. And yeah, it was a solid performance from Ireland for sure.
Yeah, the fact you've got to go all the way down to Felix Wimmer skied before you find anyone who hasn't run 100 meters shows you how much ball the Irish had and how dominant they were tonight. So that's all from us here in the box. That is one hell of a shellacking there by the Irish against the English. I've been AMAC in the box here with Liam Ryan. Have a good night and take care of yourself.